If you're somebody that's going to do a coffee date, this is what it says about you. Sure, you could say it makes you cheap or it makes you lazy, but for me personally, I say that it makes you more intentional. It makes you intentional because you're not willing to waste just any time with somebody and go out to dinner with someone you don't know. You want to vet them, you want to see how they are, you want to take away and strip away all the lights and the alcohol and just get to know this person for who they are. You don't have to convince yourself that you need the grandiosity in order to build a connection with somebody. If you can't just go get a fucking coffee, have a conversation with somebody, and potentially build a connection, then the bells and the whistles of going out to dinner and getting all dressed up and having somebody treat you like a high-value woman is only going to waste more of your fucking time. My partner and I went on a hike for the first date. And then we hooked up and went to dinner. And here we are almost 3 years later celebrating each other and really happy. And the reason being because it doesn't matter if you go on a fucking hike date or a dinner. That doesn't make you high value. What makes you high value is that you have ethics, morals, and ethos, and that you set boundaries and are considerate about your time and other people's. Because you know what makes me high value? The fact that I value my fucking time and I'm not just gonna go out to dinner with anybody, and I'm gonna make sure that I vet this person because it's not about them choosing me, it's also if I choose fucking them.
It's just a coffee date.
It's just a coffee date.
Just a coffee date.
Ow, just a coffee date. I'm gonna shave my legs because it's just a coffee date.
It's just a coffee date. Just a coffee date. Just a coffee date. It's just a coffee date. It's just a coffee date.
Just a coffee date.
It's just a coffee date. Just a coffee date. Not a big deal.
It's just a coffee date. It's just a coffee date.
Just a coffee date.
It's just a coffee date. It's literally just a coffee date. Where the fuck are those jeans? You know what? It's fine. It's just a coffee date.
It's just a coffee date.
Ah! It's just a coffee date.
Oh, it's just a coffee date. It's just a coffee date. But what if he's the love of your life? Nope. Ah, it's just a coffee date.
Just a little bit of coffee talk. So I need to clean this because if he comes over after, he's gonna be like, oh my god, Jay, such a mess. It doesn't matter because it's just a coffee date.
I'm gonna keep my messy lifestyle, and it's gonna be messy because it's just a coffee date.
Oh, there are those jeans.
Just a coffee date.
It's just a coffee date. Oh.
It's just a coffee date. It's just a coffee date. Fuck, I'm so late. Oh my god, I'm late. I'm late for just a casual coffee date. Where is this fucking train? I'm late. Did I forget deodorant? It's fine. It's just a coffee date. Is it raining? Oh, my hair. Oh, it's just a coffee date. It's just a coffee date. I love you.
Coffee dates don't make it easier for you. They make it easier for him to date multiple women.
I've done one coffee date ever in my entire life, and this is the reason why I will never, ever do it again. I matched with this guy. This is in my straight era, so I was only dating guys. And he was very persistent. He really wanted to take me out. So I was like, okay, whatever. He's being persistent. Let's go out. He offers a coffee date. And at the time, I'm like so single. I'm like, whatever. Like, I've never done a coffee date before. A lot of the times, usually guys will take you out to dinner, but whatever. He wants to go on a coffee date. He sends me the place. He sends me the time, and then we meet and we grab coffee. It seemed nice on paper because he like drove a nice car. He had a Porsche. He had like the same dog that I have. He travels a lot, which is okay. And then he starts talking about how he goes on so many dates on this app that we met on. He's talking about how he is constantly going on dates with the app that we met on, and he loves doing coffee dates because like this is exactly what I'm talking about. Coffee dates are easy, and I'm 90% sure that I paid for my own coffee too. Let me start off by saying no woman is a gold digger because they want you to take her out to dinner. If a man asks you out on a date, and they should be expected to pay because they asked you out. Are we asking for a lot? Even a platonic a co-worker would offer to pay for your coffee, but not this date. A man that wants to be your partner, a man that wants to be your significant other, a man that doesn't even buy you a coffee. Okay. There's gonna be people like, oh my god, I met my husband on a coffee date. Like, okay, you're an exception to the rule. You're the very small 1% exception. Like, you can have that. I've learned that coffee dates are a waste of my time. They're cheap, they're lazy, and I'm not cheap, and I'm not for someone that's lazy. I'm a queen, and I deserve to be treated like a queen, and if you want to go out with me, then you better step the fuck up, because some people will accept less, but I won't. To wrap up the story, he messaged me not one day later, 1 month later, being like, I'm so sorry, I forgot to follow up. Like, my friend of a friend had got sick, like, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh my god, you're one of those. Why'd you have to be one of those? Anyways, yeah, big waste of my time. Don't even bother.
A man asked me for coffee today after work, and I politely told him no, and then brought myself to McAllister's, where I got this croissant, this grilled chicken sandwich, and an entire bowl of broccoli cheddar soup and a Dr. Pepper for under $25. Now, I'm not going to argue with you about how you like to date, just like I don't want you to argue with me about how I like to date. But coffee is never going to be an option for me. And just like I respect your choice to coffee, respect mine to not coffee.
Hey, I'm so sorry I'm late.
No, it's okay. It's great to meet you. Great. So, are you gonna get any coffee?
Did you already? Oh, you already got.
I got some.
I was gonna pay for that.
I'm sorry you weren't here, so I just went ahead and.
It's fine. It's fine.
The table's a little wobbly. So tell me about yourself. What do you?
I work.
I work also. So
Yeah,
I work.
You want to be employed?
Yeah.
Wow, you're really getting after that coffee, huh?
Oh, I mean it's really good. Are you sure you don't want to go get some?
It's gonna go right through you. You one of those people that has a weird laugh?
I mean, I don't think so. No one's ever like told me that, but.
Oh, I wasn't like insinuating
I mean,
anything. I just
Is it because I laugh really loud? Like.
maybe it could be. Yeah.
So this is actually a fun like little area. When you told me to meet here, I was like, oh,
Yeah. You know what? My grandparents actually live a block down the road.
no way.
I was thinking we could go spend some time with them.
Oh my god. Are you serious?
Yeah.
Well, if you don't mind, I think I'm just gonna use the restroom real fast. So.
Told ya.
Wait, what's so funny?
It's nothing. Don't worry about it.
Oh, it's a little chilly.
Did you not read the weather?
No, I did not read the weather.
Well, I gotta go. It's great meeting you.
Bye.
When a guy asks me to go for coffee.
You don't like when a guy asks you to go for
Like, I wouldn't like that.
Can I be honest? You know, if a guy's 20 years old and...
Oh, yeah,
you know,
no, if you're younger, but I think...
Yes, if you are an established... Listen to me. If you're a 30-year-old man, you're taking her on. You're taking her to dinner.
But you
okay,
know what
boys?
the people say? Okay, boys. But you know what people say? They're like, but I want to know, like, if I like them. But you should have a couple conversations with them before you
That's such a good
actually...
point.
Yeah, like, I've had some friends be like, well, I want to know, like, if it's worth a dinner. Well, have a couple conversations before you get ready and go meet someone. And you'll know by the couple conversations.
Like,
if
you
this-
mean over FaceTime or text?
FaceTime, text, yeah. On the phone. I think you should talk on the phone a couple times before you meet up with someone.
Yeah.
I think that's important. I think you'll know if you can go to dinner with someone.
To add on to that, you don't need to... Chemistry is really interesting. I think you might not even know until like 4 or 5 dates in if you actually like somebody. It's interesting because people will go on...
Coffee dates are actually okay, but under these conditions. I'm gonna just be real blunt with y'all. If y'all are at the same level, it's fine. You guys can go on, you can ask her for a coffee date. It does signal something. This is what it signals. It signals that this is just kind of a light touch base. You're seeing if you guys vibe with each other. If she is a super baddie, she will probably not agree to this date. Again, if you're on the same level, this works. But if she is a super baddie, she will probably just ghost you. You'll probably never hear from her. So then you do want to lead with something fun, something exciting. I know you guys want answers on that. Like, are coffee dates and bar dates okay? It's okay, but they each signal something different. So you just have to understand that when you ask for a coffee date versus a dinner versus the bar, this is all signaling something to her on what you want and how you view her. My name is Domo. Schedule a call with me below. Let's get you on game.
Let's talk about coffee dates as first dates. These are all my opinions. Nobody's right, nobody's wrong, but I just want to talk about the misconceptions I think about coffee dates. The first thing that I want to talk about is how you said it's low effort. To me, a guy planning and telling me where it is and taking time out of their day is effort no matter what. I feel like a lot of people think it's low effort or they don't really care because they're not spending a lot of money, which if I were a dude, I wouldn't want to spend a lot of money on a first date either. You don't know this person. A first date is just to get to know them. Personally, I think the only bad first date is like a movie because what the fuck, that doesn't even make any sense. You don't even get to talk. I think that a sporting event, coffee, going on a walk, playing pickleball, going out to eat, grabbing drinks, any of that is good because you're chatting and getting to know one another. I don't care what they spend on me. I don't want them to spend a lot on me. I don't know this person. The second thing you said, and I'm not coming at you, girl, you know I love you. I see all of your comments, but I see this a lot. The bulk dating. I personally want a man who's going on dates because a man who's not going on dates, number one, they're going to get attached to you. And that doesn't even mean they like you. They just haven't talked to a girl in months. A man who's actively dating knows what the fuck he wants. Okay, that way when I know if it continues to go, he's been going on dates like I am the one that he wants. And if you don't like coffee or that's not your vibe, then that's one thing. But I also don't think the setting truly matters too much unless it's like way out there. But if a guy asks me to go to like a car show, cool, let's go. We get a chat and I get to see like what he likes. That's fine. You're just getting to know one another. It's a first date. But when you think about it, if you expect a man to take you on a dinner date and he's taking every girl on a dinner date, that's like $40 to $50 every time. And think for him, like if he goes on this date, doesn't know him, it's bad, then dropping $60? Oh my God, I would be pissed. So I would do, it's kind of like, you know, when you go to the interview process and you have like a phone call screening, like that's what a first date is, in my opinion. Nobody's right, nobody's wrong. If you think coffee dates are the worst thing in the world, do you. Like if you have your own reasoning, but I don't view it as low effort. I don't think they're cheap. I don't think it's any of this. I think it's fair and I really enjoy it.
If a man asks you out on a coffee date, charge him $500. As a divorce lawyer, let me tell you why. Coffee is for colleagues. Coffee is not for courting. Would that man ask Margot Robbie out on a coffee date? When a man asks you out on a coffee date, what he's really saying is, I want your time, your energy, your presence at the lowest possible cost to me. Coffee is cheap. Coffee is convenient. Coffee takes zero effort. And yet your time is not cheap. Your presence is not convenient. And your energy is not effortless. It's valuable. I've seen women pour hours of their lives into men who never invested more than the price of a latte. They call it getting to know you, but really it's about seeing how much they can get without giving. And the problem is, too many women accept it. The standard you set on the first date is the one you'll be judged by the whole relationship. Men who are serious don't ask you for the bare minimum. They plan, they invest, they create experiences because they understand that your time is worth more than $6 and an awkward conversation over burnt espresso. I tell my clients this all the time. You don't need grand gestures, but you do need effort. Because a man who won't invest in you at the beginning will definitely not invest in you when life gets hard. If he cuts corners on courting, he'll cut corners in marriage. If a man asks you out for coffee, send him an invoice. Charge him $500 because that's closer to the real value of your time, your energy, and your presence.
Ladies, it's 2026. What the fuck do you mean you went on a coffee date with a man? We are too beautiful, we are too grown, we are too valuable to sit with a man done up over a cup of joe. Beautiful women do not accept coffee dates. They don't. They know their value. They know what they have to bring to the table. And they know that their time is worth more than a $5 cup of joe. You are way too valuable and you are boosting up way too many egos when you go on coffee dates with men. You are telling the man, I am bare minimum. You can please me with a cup of joe. Here's the thing, ladies. It's not even to be materialistic. It's not even to say that you think you're too good to drink coffee with a man. It has nothing to do with that. It has everything to do with effort. The fact that that man saw you and thought immediately, I'd love to have a cup of coffee with her. He doesn't value you. He doesn't respect you. It's about the effort. Because that shows you how he views you. Another thing that I feel like you ladies keep missing. How many fucking coffee dates can these men go on in one day? That should be a clear as day sign of a serial dater. This person goes on multiple dates with women all the time over cups of coffee. He is not in a financial position to have a wife. So the next time we want to be like, oh my God, Mariah, he don't have any money. What do I do? Well, let's start back and think. Did you accept that coffee date? You did. He told you right then and there. He's not capable of being a husband. Know your value. Beautiful women don't accept coffee dates.
Here's why I think coffee dates work against you as a man. Okay, hear me out. Now I'm talking about my demographic. As you get older, maybe this is different. However, oftentimes attraction isn't there from the very beginning. And what's very important is for you to set the scene. Okay? And what happens with coffee is, in my opinion anyway, I think coffee is like an interview. Coffee is something that my 90-year-old grandmother would maybe go do. If you're going to do something like this, I highly suggest doing drinks. Because drinks are fun. You go in the evening. There's some nice ambiance. You can get some cute cocktails. You're setting the scene. A sexy scene, if you will. Coffee? Not sexy. Not at all. So, I just think this doesn't work in your favor at all. It's a date that you can literally do with your coworkers or with your dog. I just think it doesn't work in your favor.
Quick question for all my fellow single ladies. Are we accepting coffee dates? I'm asking this because over the weekend I met a guy while I was out, and he's 38 years old, and he asked me to get coffee with him for a first date. And I personally don't accept coffee dates as first dates, or maybe even as third or fourth dates, because to me, they just seem low effort, and my time is more valuable than going and getting a $5 coffee with you for an hour or two. So I told him I wasn't available for coffee, but I told him I was available for dinner on Monday night. The only benefit I could possibly see from a coffee date is that there's less pressure and it's less formal. But for me, I just don't feel like it's worth my time. But if you're someone who likes coffee dates, maybe you can tell me why. Maybe you'll change my mind.
Put a finger down if you got asked to go on a coffee date at 7:30 p.m. on a Tuesday night. So you suggest, hey, why don't we go get a meal instead because the coffee shop closes at 8. That way we won't have to rush. And he says, oh, no, don't worry, I got it. We'll play the rest of the night by ear. We'll just say this is plan A, and then we'll figure out what we want to do. So then you eat before the date, and then you go on the date, and he tells you he actually doesn't drink coffee, but then he orders one anyway. And then you go on a walk, and he asks if you're hungry, and you say, well, actually, I ate because I thought we weren't going to eat. But if you get hungry at any point, you can just let me know, and I guess we can figure it out. So then 20 minutes later, he looks at you, and he says, you know what, I'm actually getting kind of hungry, but I don't want to eat by myself. So then you end up going to dinner anyway, and you're just left really confused, and you just want to go home and hug your cat because you regret going on the date in the first place.
Absolutely nobody can convince me that coffee dates are acceptable, no matter how hard people have tried over the years. So this is an absolute no for me. Heavy on the for me, because I know a lot of people on here struggle to understand that people have different opinions than they do. This is not only my opinion, but this is also my experience. Not everybody has had this type of experience in dating, so they don't understand that it's possible. But for me, I think men should be the ones to make effort when it comes to dating, taking women out, planning a date, picking a nice place. Like, girls spend probably around 2 hours getting ready. At least I know that I do. So between her getting all ready, having her nails done, her hair, her makeup, picking out a cute outfit and all that, to be then going out and meeting somebody and not even getting a meal out of it, like, that's a big fat no to me. To be spending time and effort on my end to meet a guy who has to make the absolute bare minimum effort because literally all they need to do is brush their hair and put on clothes and then they can leave the house. After that, I've already put in my effort. So now to meet somebody out and he can't even pay for a plate of food for you, like, that to me is just unacceptable. Now, if this feels like a suitable date option for you, then go for it. I think everyone should do what they want. I think everyone should trust their own gut, their instinct, follow their heart. Just do what feels right to you. So I kind of feel like if you're even asking this question, then it doesn't feel right to you. Because if you enjoyed going on coffee dates, then you wouldn't be on TikTok asking me if they're acceptable. And before any of you roaches infest my comments talking about, well, you think blah, 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 and you think you're so special and you're going to get this and that, blah, blah, try me. Because my boyfriend took me to Nobu for our first date and it's only gotten better since then. So can't relate.
I'm gonna get shit for this, but this is why I think you should say no if you get asked on a coffee date. Obviously, there are special exceptions. If someone is sober and doesn't drink, I totally get it. But we're talking like a man who definitely goes out and drinks is asking you to go on a coffee date. This is why I say no. It's just my personal opinion that I think that when someone asks me on a coffee date, it's telling me I go on so many dates that I can't afford to take you for drinks anymore. Like, I'm a serial dater. That's what it communicates to me. So because I serial date so much and I have literally been spending all my money on cocktails on other women, we're gonna go get coffee. Hope that's okay. I would personally much rather do like a walk on the beach with like a glass of wine or a sunset picnic. This isn't a work meeting for me. Okay, babes? That's just my opinion. I think when you ask me on a coffee date, that's why I'm saying no. It's giving I date the entire city of Los Angeles and I can't take you to drinks.
Hold on a second. So you're really telling me that you're leaving your house to go on a coffee date? And you're trying to convince me that that is a real date. That's not a real date. That's a vibe check. He's not being intentional, and that is not investment. And if that is how you're starting off with that man, it's not going anywhere. And I don't need to be psychic to tell you that. It's going nowhere. Because in the beginning, if a man is not trying to impress you, he doesn't care enough, okay? He does not give an F. What are you doing? It's 2025. Raise those standards, baby. Raise them, okay?
I don't do coffee. So I told him I only do coffee for business meetings and friends. So if you want to go get coffee as friends, of course. His next text was, should we do dinner? Men know what they're doing. They first just try to lowball you to see if you would just go with it. Know your standards, know your rights, and know your worth. Because they will test you in little ways like that, even from the very beginning.
Men are not testing you or lowballing you just because they ask you out to coffee. They are quite simply suggesting something that a lot of women are actually okay with. Because who wants to get stuck on a 2-hour date at dinner with somebody that they don't even jive with? So especially when you're meeting that person off of the internet, you've never seen them in person, that man will know within seconds if he's actually interested in you. And I understand women, we work differently, but men don't. They know within seconds, which is why they don't want to waste an entire date entertaining you while still feeling bad because they're not really that into you. It has nothing to do with him testing your boundaries, and it has nothing to do with him not being good enough for you. It just has to do with saving both of you some time.
A coffee date is low effort. It means that the guy likes you enough to buy you a cup of coffee, but he doesn't like you like that. He doesn't like you enough to plan a proper date, to try to impress you, to try to wow you. So when you go on a coffee date, you need to be aware that the man is not sure about you. He's gonna be evaluating to see if you're worth him spending more on you, and he's not that worried about impressing you either. So make your choice. You decide if you want to go there and prove to this guy that you are worthy of a better date, or if you're okay with him buying you a cup of coffee so he can decide how he feels about you.